So I was just kind of having like a not so good time. I've been crying, which who cares? At this point, like I'm always crying, and I haven't been feeling the greatest. So I was like, I don't know. I kind of decided that I was gonna cry out to God for the first time in a while, because ever since I had like this really bad experience at my church, and then all of this stuff happened, I kind of like put my relationship with God on the back burner a little bit, and I kind of, decided like whatever to it, to be honest, if I'm being completely honest. And I just started kind of like living however, which was just basically me like letting people come in between my relationship with God. Anyway, I was sitting here crying, and I was like asking God, like I just kept seeing my Bible in my head, like Bible, Bible, Bible. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I just kept seeing like the image of a Bible in my head. So I was like, let me get my Bible. So I come to get my Bible, and I'm like, I'm just gonna read whatever, and I just need the word, like I need something. And but I just kept sitting here like, I don't know. Anyway, I start crying out to God, and I'm crying, tears literally hitting my Bible, and I see like the number in white, 24. And then I'm like, okay, where? And I'm losing like focus. And then I saw, because sometimes when I get too like, when God's trying to show me something, I feel like, and I get too like insistent on an answer or like anxious about it, I won't see it as clear. So I was seeing like a J, and I thought it was saying Jude 24, but I was like, I don't think Jude is that long. I'm pretty sure Jude is short. Yeah, Jude. That's crazy. I just opened my Bible, and I opened it to the last page of Jude. I've never read Jude all the way through, I don't think, by the way. But I opened it to Jude 17. So there is no Jude 24. Anyway, when I closed my eyes again, I saw Job. So I go back to, I opened my Bible to Job 24, and one of the first things that I noticed on the page that I have written, I have like these parts that are highlighted, but I look up and I see this one part, and it says, yet I am not silenced by the darkness. And this is Job 23. So I'm looking at, it's on the same page as 24 though. Let me just, I don't know if I can show it, but yeah, anyway. So I'm like looking at it, and the thing that stands out is like, yeah, it says, yet I am not terrified by the darkness, by the thick darkness that covers my face. And I have the word depression written next to it. And then up here it says, I have treasured the words of his mouth more than my daily bread. And it says portion of food. Which I've been thinking about fasting a lot lately, but have not. So, and then this part just kind of gets me, like, as I'm reading 24, I'm like, God, I want to know what it means. I need to know what it means. But it's basically just kind of like, I know, but I believe it's Job kind of like asking God, kind of just talking towards, Job kind of just talking towards God, and kind of like inquiring why what's happening to him is happening. I don't know. And so and it's really talking about injustice. A lot of the things that I'm seeing in here is like it starts off, why does the Almighty not set times for judgment? And I asked God before I started reading, I said, give me understanding. Whatever it is that you want me to read, just give me understanding. And I'm just looking at it and I just feel like it's crazy, because sometimes it'll be like stuff like this. When I read it, it'll just like pertain to what I feel like I'm going through. Even if I'm not going through that exact situation, I'm going through something so similar to it, or like something that feels like that situation. And that's one thing I love about God. It was like, I feel like he put this here for us. He gave us his word. So when we feel like this, or when we're ready to give up, or when we're going through stuff, we know that others went through it first, and they also depended on him through it. And it gives you the strength to deal with it too. And there was this one point where, and I keep thinking about it, I was thinking about it today earlier, now I'm thinking about it right now, so maybe I need to talk about it. But I have a video on my phone that I recorded when I was going through a really tough time, and I felt really betrayed by my church. And I was just like, I'm not gonna say like wanting to, take myself out or anything, but I was definitely really hurt by the situation. And I was really on like the edge. And this was before like stuff got really bad, but it was almost like I don't know, it was like thing after thing after thing after thing after thing, and then that was just like a break, like a mental breakdown moment. And when I had that mental breakdown, which I'm thinking about right now, I literally I just kept hearing like, I remember thinking that I wanted to I wanted to do something really bad to myself, like harm myself. And I remember, like I was ready. I'm not gonna lie, I was probably like really close to like being like, I'm done experiencing this. Like, I'm done, I can't live this life. And I literally, I don't remember if I heard it or if it was like a knowing to do it, but I remember I was in my word heavy at that time, and there was just like this, such a strong urge to open my Bible. And I went to a psalm. I can't even remember how or what happened, but I ended up in the Psalms. And I think God told me, not audibly, but it was just kind of like, this psalm, read it type of thing. And it was just a thought in the middle of me having this breakdown and being like, I'm done. Like, I'm over this. I'm done with this. And it's on film, by the way. I have it recorded from my phone somewhere. But I read it, and in the middle, it was like David was crying out to God. And it was, it was like God was speaking to me, and exactly how David felt was how I was feeling. Like, I was reading it, and I literally just started sobbing, because I'm like, this is how that felt. This is what this feels like. This is what David went through. This is what I'm going through. This is what people of God go through. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to make this, but it's just, whenever you're going through something really tough and like difficult and like painful, whenever I am at least, and I just get a thought, sometimes it's like, read your Bible, open your Bible, look at your Bible. And I haven't done it in a while, and I'm kind of like, whatever, I don't feel like doing all that. And it's just like a persistent thought. This is why you can't tell me God's not real, because I'll hear the thought and I'll be like, ignore it, and it'll be so persistent that I know it's not me in the middle of a moment where I'm like, I want to do anything but that. And then I go and do it. And, and every time I do, I have a moment like this where I'm just like, God really hears me, and he really talks to me, and he really comforts me every time when I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. So yeah, that's all. That's what I wanted to say. I might upload this because I keep feeling like I don't know how to describe it, but I keep feeling like I'm seeing, I know that sounds stupid, but maybe it's for somebody, because I keep seeing my YouTube page, and sometimes he'll be like, upload, if I haven't in a while. And maybe it's encouragement for somebody else, because I don't feel encouraged, but maybe it's for somebody else to feel encouraged. So, but yeah, I'm gonna read and probably study in depth Job 24 and maybe 23 too, because I feel like the stuff that applies is all on this page, really. And yeah.